All right. Um, Welcome back to another week of discussion. Um, as usual, Romario Cohen, Mr. Tariq Rose. Which episode is episode 6? Nah, you mute.
Suppose that one.
Episode 6.
Eh.
So we are going strong, we are going nice one. We are going good.
Master is for government.
Yeah, welcome to For the Record podcast. As I said, my name is Romario Cohen. And here with, as usual, Mr. Tariq Rose. And what we are talking about today, Tariq?
Social dilemma.
You watch it? You watch everything? You watch it full moon?
Watch it now, man. Watch it now.
Where did you feel about it?
Now, it right along the lines of my research, so it wasn't like completely shocking or not like that. I feel say like some things like them dramatize it, right? I dramatize it, that's a word. But like very few things in it, they make it seem like say it's to a greater degree than it is.
What do you mean?
Like for example, despite me know like alright, there were scenes like where like them have some other man them like them are embody the algorithm and them say, oh, we show him a post of this and that and then after this and that, this and that.
Yeah.
They will make it seem like so the AI can actually like read and rate it, but the thing is that like the AI them so intricately programmed that it would seem as if they might think for themselves.
Yeah, the AI is.
That's me.
I mean,
But the way how them do it, it seems like so them a sentient being like in the Matrix or in a Terminator.
well, I mean, I
Like,
guess
the robots are coming.
I just feel like the entertainment aspect of the whole thing.
Overstand.
But, but I mean, the AI is in essence the algorithms when make up these what they put in the social media and stuff. I mean, they work in a similar way to how you did see it in the show where like if you if it's say you like a certain thing. For example, if you say you like music a lot, it will show you more music. If you like animals a lot, it will show you more animals. And so, and as we know, there's a good and a bad to that. But most people don't even see the bad to that, and that's why I'm gonna tell you, say, I want to tell everybody, I tell most people nowadays, say, watch the social dilemma. So what else did you think about it? Like in terms of like how them I say it change how some people think. That never did scare you a little bit, because it scared me, like the way that never scare you.
Because I from like within a high school, we realized like this social media thing, like it change human behavior by manipulating like the quote unquote vulnerabilities in psychology, right? In human psychology. So I tell people like 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 2013 so when time social media like really start like seep in a Jamaica, right? Because so we always have like SMS texts and some people dig up on MySpace and some sites like AOL and High Five and everything. Them they are back in the day.
Yeah.
Right? We always have that. Right?
Yeah.
But when the Facebook and the Twitter and the Instagram and the Snapchat start CP, everybody start change because these companies specifically design them for basically influence human behavior to their own gain, right? And it's like I always find it weird, like when a catastrophe happen, people always like want to just like put their phone and video
Uh,
first than actually go try to go help or
I mean,
alert the authorities or something.
not even just one catastrophe. It can be anything we have them in so look on like concerts or doing something there. Back in the day, you when sometimes when you watch like Michael Jackson Michael Jackson concert and people just have faith and
No,
people just
as
like
that
cry,
pediment say, you see, girl,
people
them
just
just
like,
drop down.
you know, and nowadays people too busy to record what happened on stage for even
Yeah,
like
for basically, I show the world, say, oh, I'm here, I'm enjoying this, and you're
yeah,
not. Oh my
yeah,
God.
just to come back on social media if you come for show off and say, oh yeah, as I said, I
Yeah, I
was
was there, nigga.
yeah,
Come on.
yeah. So I mean, when when me did say when me did watch the movie, like because the first thing related to like social media me watch was The Great Hack, and then the
Yeah,
you did watch that?
me see clips from it because me they want to be like a computer programmer or acquire some skills in that realm. Some watch like Silicon Valley Pirates,
Oh,
the Social Network, and couple of them there.
oh, all right. So because my major is electronics and computer science, so you know me actually me find some interest in it. So we watched The Great Hack maybe last year or 2 years ago. No, I think it was last year, and they then they pretty much like it was surrounded by it was around this company called Cambridge Analytica, where essentially they use data, they use your data in order to like market certain things towards you. But when we did just watch that, like you know, we did really click to me the extent to how your data is being used. Because when they did that, when they did that in that movie was basically like, oh, they used it here and like one example they give was the Trinidad elections or something. We remember that one specifically, and was oh they did use people data and you know the algorithm is set up in a certain way so it can influence you to go that way. So like, at that point, that's alright. This not really seem like it affect me. And then now me come and watch the social dilemma, and it's like you realize, oh, this does affect me, even when me not even realize it affect me. It does affect me, and you see after me watch the movie, certain things is just they just clear to me. Me I say, yo, you know, say the way I look up on like Twitter, I just certain posts me say only certain post is either posts where you know something like or certain posts where it trigger me in a certain way, but me I go continue to read all the time. You see with you.
Well, me personally, like pan like Twitter and Instagram are basically the only thing I kind of use. I don't really do in a social media like that. You know,
Mm.
except YouTube. But
But
like yeah, that's how the algorithm is designed because everything on these websites like it come under a specific tag, right? Even when you don't tag it yourself, like my YouTube videos and them thing there,
yeah,
them have a specific tag, and people think that the AI like literally a look on where like and show you where like
mm,
no, because the artificial intelligence have these um, tags basically for organize stuff by groups. So if I like certain things, it's gonna show you certain things will have that tag or that identification number or whatever.
yeah. You see, I mean we are saying all these things, but we don't really say why it's like this or why it's dangerous. So,
Why it's dangerous?
alright, so let me explain to whoever watch and really understand why they set up like this. So, alright, social media is quote unquote free, right? I'm say free because it's not really free. Somebody actually what like look on like Facebook. Facebook can make billions of dollars, but yet we not spend a dime. You know, and so me don't really know if people some me don't really know if you click to people if you say how they make their money, how these big social media sites make their money is through advertisers. So when you go on like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all them something there, and yeah, scroll. Sometimes when you see advertisements pop up, sometimes they might not relate to you, sometimes they might relate to you, and sometimes they might really relate to you. So advertisers pay big money so that social media sites can show you their ads. And social media is set up in a way that they want you to spend as much time on their product as possible. So
Retention time.
yeah, exactly. So if me no say you like to watch videos of puppies, right? You always are come and watch videos of puppies. Then they're gonna show you more every time you come on, your recommendations and then something they're gonna show you videos of puppies because more if you spend as much time as possible online. And that in itself is not inherently dangerous. Like if I like maybe 10 years ago when we just had developed social media and we say alright, the algorithm are gonna show them whatever they like and stuff. Like it wouldn't click to you at that point, say, say this might reach a level where it get out of hand. But
Well, to the average person, now go click.
you now click.
Yeah.
But the reason why such a thing is dangerous now is because the way how misinformation is spread is through that same algorithm. It's through the same algorithm misinformation is now spread. So if you say I'm not going to use the elections, this are COVID, right? If you go
Can
online,
use Trump.
um, we can't use any controversial thing right now in the world. So if you go online and you say something, say you hate Trump, right? You hate Trump like dog, and maybe Trump is not all that bad, but you hate Trump like dog, right? So every time you go on social media, you go always say things where I reiterate your beliefs because are either things where I trigger you off. So you might see one post where you see Trump or do something we don't like, or you might see things where you see Trump, you see people that hate on Trump as well, right? These things are there so that you can spend as much time as possible, regardless of whether it's misinformation or not. So just like how we did have the coronavirus misinformation around, that's how misinformation is spread because the algorithm spreads it. I remember the algorithm don't know what's true from what's not true. You just know data and you just know information and you just know where you want to see, right? So that's how it come in now and it start to spread. Shit, just been a long time I thought about was shit, man. But yeah, essentially that's why it is like that, and that's why in a sense it is dangerous. But as you say, you don't really use much of social media, and that good still. I mean, me personally, I use social media a little bit too much. But like, wait, so like, why? How you will never get caught in the hole? Like, it just never appealing to you.
Tell it like many things in this Western world,
Mm,
social media, and necessarily not appeal to me. Like enough things not appeal to me, as you would know
mm,
from living with me. Or enough things not appeal to me what the average person would relish,
mm-hmm,
right? But the thing is just that like everything when I see a trend, or
mm-hmm.
enough people are do it, me always question it because I know say the masses of people are idiots.
You
That
know,
just
so
facts.
you couldn't put it any better.
No,
Man,
them easily led like all right. Just the fact that Jamaica have two opposing colors,
mm-hmm,
right? That haven't been benefiting from the actions of those they fight for.
mm-hmm.
That in itself shows that most people not a sense.
What I mean, I feel like you said something very vague a while ago.
Basically, just the fact that Jamaica have two political parties, two opposing powers, right?
We're not really doing much for your country.
And regardless of the switch in leadership, right?
Yeah.
Them just sustain the current dilapidated system. Them
And
just sustain it.
yeah, and the people still kind
Yo,
of
and people still I
jump
go
up.
arm and a leg, people still a jump up instead of say, yo, no, we don't want to know in a power, or it's like we just not gonna vote at all. But
I
no,
mean,
people are gonna say, oh, the green and orange and this that. People easily led, right?
mm,
And like me personally, from a younger, I'm always interested in a like. So, all right, let me show you something. When me
mm,
used to younger, me used to say, yo, it started out like with most men, like interest in females, right? And what the most efficient way you could have get to them and such and such and such and such. And
yeah.
me I always have like a mindset of where um more of efficiency, right?
Mm,
Help me now act up myself, more have a systematic way of approach things. And even if that plan fail, I have other plans, contingencies,
mm,
such and such and such and such. Right? And then
mm,
after there was this guy who claimed say oh him can use like a secret like linguistic skill when him neuro linguistic programming, right?
mm.
For basically like control people mind with the words him say. I just like just basic manipulation of people with words.
Wait, what
Right?
is wait? You feel
Yeah,
wait, what? Where?
yeah.
Wait.
Neurolinguistic. You can Google it. Right, and then after I realized that speeches and words and all these things and how people perceive reality, like words and speeches can affect like people perception. Also, then when you throw like pictures in there, you throw music, we connotate emotion, we put people in our vibe. Because I don't know if you realize, instruments vibrate, right?
Uh-huh.
And when you listen to music, it can change your mood. And what's a synonym for the word mood? Vibe, right? A
Mm-hmm.
feeling, vibe,
Mm-hmm.
right? And when time people say them normally I vibrate lower because them are angry and low vibrations are rated to a high vibration, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm realizing all these tools that we indulge in every day, music,
Mm-hmm.
um, religion with them whole preaching and scriptures and stuff and all these things,
Mm-hmm.
um, they're like institutions, constructs in society, but basically influence perception. So when time me see social media with all of these like aspects in a one, with the comfort of your phone, and you know have to come off it, and people are spend more time on social media than in a real life.
Mm-hmm.
This is something wrong. This is something like deeply wrong because like yo, amount of idiot me see on social media, brother. Yo, like in my head, I have like one idiot box. So like
Oh,
if I consider a person as like stupid, I put them in there.
yeah.
Yeah, yo, the box big.
Man, I can't even tell you the amount of time me go on like Twitter. I'm just see some bullshit opinion.
Especially Jamaican Twitter. Especially
You
Jamaican
know,
Twitter.
not just Twitter in just Twitter in general. Not even I say not just Twitter in general. Me go on and see some bullshit opinion. I say, yo, why them people come online? Why? So that no fight time I come in, like people just come on Twitter just for argue, just for complain, and just to spread them bullshit beliefs and opinion. Honestly, man, I can't even. No, I'm not going to that right now.
And the worst thing, one of the things I hate with social media is that social media gives a voice to idiots,
And
to
when I
people
have,
who have destructive ideologies that will lead other people astray because them strongly feel that this is right because them say it right, so them feel say it right because of them say it right.
this. I go on Instagram, like maybe last week, and we follow the Glean up on Instagram, and the Glean always a post
Clean out the next one too.
COVID-19 updates. So like, I don't know if you ever read the comments under some of
Yeah.
these posts.
Sheep.
So like, you have this one dude where you notice saying always a comment under the post them, and like he always just like basically he always just accuse the government of lying about the whole number of cases, number of deaths and stuff now, you know. Always I say them in cahoots with Bill Gates and is on a plan for bringing the new world order, and you know, we don't even know
But
what
regardless, if them lie about it, and life goes
but
on.
but so me decide say yo, now I ask the man why he say so and so. So
Eh.
me say, "Bro, what me dey ask him? When you say me ask him? Basically me say, alright, why why you think why you think why you think no one lie to me? It's like me expect now say the man will come with some reasonable discussion or point. I'm say what a problem make me go so oh bomba, you know, some never miss that yet dog. So me ask the man, so why you think they want lie to the people? No, they wait for the comment now, comment finally come in. Me don't know you have to ask them. So I said, bomba brother, you don't know, you just have a feeling.
Yes. This I really want to know, right? As I'm supposed to tell a long time, I was like deep in the conspiracy community. Me attack
Eh,
deep.
eh,
Like from aliens to this, that. You know, it's kind of fun still. Cause I say, conspiracies.
eh,
So me, sure, so me I say it's like one of the points of like the whole social dilemma thing. I like fake news gets spread like three times I'm say or seven times as fast as real news or what they say
oh,
is real news.
boy, it was quick. Like fake news
Well,
spread.
well, fake news faster than real news, right? Yo, and yo, at the start of Corona, my problem was that yo, like me don't know if you realize how Jamaican people talk. Them always talk like so everything is an emergency and everything have to do now and everything loud and everything a great calamity,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? Yo,
That's
and
very fucking 90.
my problem was that enough of them people who have voice and then after
Yeah.
them go up on social media and see little articles, or even like pictures and memes from people who are construct them conspiracy theory and I say yo
Mm,
dog, yo this is going on. Yo, I
mm,
mean I said like yo, even if you want to construct a conspiracy theory, we don't have enough information to like construct a well thought out theory
mm-hmm.
because these quote unquote fraternities that them claim say I conduct all of these agendas,
We are pull the strings from
right?
behind.
We are not a part of those agendas, those fraternities, so we can't really know, right? But
Mm,
back to what me I say, the problem with social media is that social media gave rise to like the tinfoil man them, the tinfoil hat man that we claim say the aliens them are trying to
yo,
probe
shut
we
up.
and mind control and them thing. You know what is mind control? Social media, bro.
Social media is main control, and you know,
Media in
you see that's
general.
the one I think. That's the one I think. Well, yeah, media in general, and that's the one I think where we take away from the social dilemma, and it just you see the crazy thing about it is that in your mind there say well mind control are probably something like hypnosis or something or you know you
Yo,
black out
them say
and
mind
you
control
turn
I
to a
like
zombie or something.
this big beam like in one of them cartoon. I go so zoom 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 and it
Yeah,
go in it and I
yeah.
say, yes, master, take me
So,
to
but
your
I mean,
leader.
it's so like the way how it is set up, the way how it's set up in a media and social media right now. It's so intricate and efficient that you not even notice. Like you don't even notice when you're being led a certain way because it just feel like
Well, if you're the average person, you're not gonna notice.
you're not gonna notice. Like And every time we go on like Twitter, you realize that some people just always think a certain way. Like you have a certain group of people who always think a certain way, and it's not that they just
Yeah, so them not have
think
diversity of thought.
yeah, not like I the way how they feel like they're supposed to feel. They feel that makes sense a while ago.
No.
I do like the social like the way how social media set up.
Yeah.
You go on it and you see this one thing and this one thing just keep on repeat itself and you just keep on like as we say misinformation, right? Sometimes not even misinformation, it's not just different information. And you just keep on I reiterate and you keep on see it over and over again because the algorithm realizes oh we're
Nah,
catching
stay upon that
attention.
long.
Yeah, we're catching attention with this when we show him this. So we'll keep on showing this and so like things like that now. You just come back and when you keep on assist certain things, it can influence how you think and how you behave.
Yeah,
Because not if
because people have mental walls like one time.
no and if you start to see people who believe that the same thing start do certain things and act certain ways, just like with the protests in America, where you see the protests start happening all across the country. You got when you go on social media and you say, oh, them are protests over here, so I think the same way as them. So therefore I know must protest because we share the same views and ideologies. And if them are carry out that action, me feel like me if you fight and carry out that action as well, right? And you can just imagine how it influence other behaviors, like like how you have some racist groups and he
KKK.
yeah, them sitting there online. You go on social media and you say, oh, this is a hate group where them feel like them feel kill a certain minority of people, or me feel like me if you go do that too. Because them share the same views as me and them will carry out those
But me
actions.
show
And
you something too. Even ISIS. Remember I say
yeah,
ISIS
even that too.
used to broadcast them manifesto to the world and people actually left from all over the world to join ISIS. So I think we did read one report where a guy from Jamaica did one left go join ISIS, but them look on like in passport and see where him go and then
Mm.
hold him and interrogate him or something like that.
Yeah, even
So
that.
me, but me I say like social media is just an entity where like no people use it to control public perception. And if you have to count how much time miss a public perception on the podcast, you gonna realize why I'm a beat on it. So public perception can always be swayed. It's just that social media make it easier. And because people know yo, and the next thing we want to bring up, like yo, even like social media even affect people reasoning nowadays because like I don't know if you realize like everybody know what claims that them smart or RTT. Like when them a make an argument, them always a make half arguments and them don't really have no sources where them attack and them always a reference something where somebody else a say. Right? And I know where this somebody else get them points from. Because everybody just a watch videos on Instagram or videos on YouTube and I get them information from instead of like go read
They,
a book.
they go watch a video and the person just said it so confidently. I
Yeah, and the
believe.
music in the background I said ta 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 dum dum
Yeah,
dum.
it was
Yo,
just so convincing.
yo,
I
I
believe.
like I since me learn how to do like music and make like instrumentals and everything, me realize how certain instruments have an effect on the vibe, right? Because remember I say how instruments vibrate, right? So vibration control vibe, right? So if a music vibe, if an instrument vibrate a certain way, it can control how you feel,
Just like
right?
in a horror show, you
Yeah,
have to
dum
fix
dum
the piano.
dum.
Yeah,
Dum 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 dum
affect
dum.
you,
Yeah,
affect you, affect you.
yeah,
Shit.
and the thing is that even brother, I don't know if you watch some of them conspiracy video or even some of them motivational video, dog. Like when they want to drive the point, like drive it home, you know, brother. Yo, the man them
Mm-hmm.
start play some either motivational song, brother, that make you feel like say you can conquer the world and
I feel good
they,
for nice. I feel good for nice. Two,
exact. But
five
imagine
nights.
social media, we do that every day. Every day, and
Mm.
people spend
And,
more time on social media
and
than in real life. Imagine how that change up your brain structure,
not,
brother.
not even necessarily with like we ask the music. Just little 10 word post, one little 1 minute video.
You know, if
Like
you say that every day, all day, you must go think a certain way unless you have a mind of your own. And most people don't have a mind of their own, so most people get that.
alright. One of the things we made realize after alright, because after me watch the social dilemma, it was like me say no, me need to me need to control how social media was controlling me, right? So I say, alright, me did realize say, yo, the Republican Party in the US, right? They were getting a lot of hate. And
No, them always I get hate, man. You know why? Um, because I don't know if you realize like the philosophies attributed to Republican and Democrats. Democrats tend to
it's
be
more
more liberal and
yeah.
Republicans tend to be more conservative. And I don't know if you realize Western society constructed to be more liberal, you know, with the whole LGBT this and the whole
I mean,
rights for this group, rights for this group, right, and such and such and such.
but you see the thing is, we live in a conservative country. Jamaica is a conservative country.
Why
Whenever
Muda argue that? Muda argue that.
you argue that
Yet Muda argue that.
Jamaica is a very conservative. We most of the things, most of what we believe
Jamaica is a
in the
confused
church.
country.
I think no, the older generation and
Yet
generation
older generation because that was a
are very
different time
conservative.
before the media was constructed for push liberalism now.
No, wait, look. Most of it beliefs and views come from the church. We're very strict against LGBT, that community.
Nowadays,
What I mean,
nowadays,
no, bad like maybe 20 years ago, but it's still bad.
yo, alright, take out me out of the equation because obviously you know my stance.
Uh-huh,
Yo, but look on, yo, alright, for example, look on the university.
uh-huh.
Remember say at them basically at these children I go come up and basically run Jamaica.
But listen, that may I say, it's not as bad as 20 years ago. A long time I don't hear a song about Mumbai by Navati Boyd.
Boy!
Long time I don't hear a song like that. Somebody said it's not as bad as 20 years ago, but the views of today is still relatively conservative. It has, yes, some liberal views have started to come into play with the younger generation.
Enough. Enough because the
Not
younger generation easily influenced and
because
Western media have them in a way.
yeah, because
Social media.
we have access to social media at an early age. So obviously, we got have
Brainwash man.
influence. We are gonna have
Brainwash.
influence. So yeah,
Brainwash off clean.
as me I said, like me realize the Republican Party did I get a lot of hate. So I say, yo, let me go view like let me just go like look what this Republican Party is all about, and say, yo, they're just conservative. They are not even necessarily racist per se. I mean, you, because you have racists on both sides. You have racists for Democrats and you have racists for Republican. The only difference with Democratic
Then we
racists
hide
is
it.
that not even hide it. They will show it in a different way. So they never come out and be like, "Oh, I hate niggers" or whatever. But
Nigger,
like
nigger, nigger.
then we show it in a different way where they will probably like they always victimize black people and they always look down upon black people as the
But you
poorly
know our shot me, you know our shot me
people who
too?
need help.
No, our shot me too. In America, historically speaking, blacks always
Mm.
voted Democrats. Despite they not get nothing from it, but them always vote Democrat. right?
That
And the
means.
thing is that even Malcolm X, right? Him specifically tell the people them say, oh, you're even above the conservative people don't trust like the liberal people there, right? Meaning the Democrats. Because remember say the word liberal, right, come from the Latin word libertine, which basically mean void of morals, right? Them not have no set laws by which them live. If you realize the whole liberal philosophy, they basically do anything them want for just make them feel.
Yeah, that's not true. That's not
Right? And
true.
you can't trust them people because when times get tough, right? And people don't have morals, them switch side quick. I realize if this whole George Floyd thing, it never really get social media popular. I remember say a social media make people go out there go marching. And because them care about no black struggle, I don't like that. Most of them no business about that. Even most of the black people them who are marching. Them just want to go there and go there with them phone and say, oh, I was here.
And I
I
was
can't
fighting for
breathe, blah, blah,
something.
blah.
I was fighting for something. Or they want to go thief on TV with a Walmart or something.
Right? Because social media drive them and they want to be a part of that. Make most of them say, protest in the streets and irritated, right? But me really want you like look for reparations. Despite me not believe nobody I can get reparations, they might give them like some urban care package, for like lesser communities where not have infrastructure and facilities and everything there. But people attack with reparations, right? Right. When time it's time for like talk about reparations and who are gonna pay for it and rate it. And I say none of these groups I say, oh yeah, black people should get reparations, right? But when time now you have injustice against like other groups, them expect black people to just jump up and say, oh yeah, we're all yeah. Right? And the thing is that if Black Lives Matter, right? Black Lives Matter before them did delete it off of them website, part of them mission statement was to disrupt the Western nuclear family structure. Right?
What that mean? What does that mean?
The nuclear family structure is a male and a female, right? Mother and father that have a child. That's basically a nuclear family. Mother and father present in the home.
So what do you mean disrupted? What that mean?
Disrupt. Alright, I don't know if you know, but like Black Lives Matter was started by like I think it's lesbian female.
So should you want so part it is like LGBT something?
Yeah. So I think like if you watch the video them I like the riots and the protests them, you always see enough LGBT people or whatever they want to name I support them. Because it was a part of the agenda.
I just show them people they always there everywhere. I jump up and down. So I never really wouldn't really pay attention to it.
And that's why people should research these movements before them start throw up the black power fist and say, oh, Black Lives Matter and everything. Like
the thing about that organization too, like because when I go on social media, like you see these people them are fight for injustice against
fight for what?
people. So I mean, listen, when you go on when you go on social media, this is what you see, right? You see, yeah, man, Black Lives Matter. And
social media have them away, man.
And I say, yeah, this is such a good organization, and they want to do whatever, and then they kind of, I mean, they don't come off of social media, start look more into what Black Lives Matter movement is, and yeah, it is something fighting for the injustice or against black people, but I mean, there's so much more happening in the United States within the black community that Black Lives Matter does not address.
Black Lives Matter doesn't care, bro.
There's so like, I mean, yeah, it's fighting for a good cause, but like,
some of the guys have a good cause.
With the name Black Lives Matter, like, you'd expect them to be focusing on these areas as well.
Yeah, the single motherhood rate, the rate of incarceration of black males,
Yeah, but
right? Proper
the
education for the kids.
only time me hear about Black Lives Matter is when
Somebody dead.
somebody did.
Yeah.
And it don't even matter how they did. We just have to hear, oh, one white person kill one black person, racist, dark shit. Oh my gosh, we need to go down process, right? Like,
That's
no, we need to go down process, right? These white scums. And don't get me wrong, some of them absolutely terrible. Like when we see the George Floyd one, that was absolutely terrible, dog. Like,
yeah, the man used a bad technique or restraining and
yeah, that is terrible.
such and such.
More go out and protest that. Like that is terrible. But you have found the other what happened the other day, but the man come after the police with a knife. And
What? I would have showed him, you see?
me not say the man they deserve for that, you know. You know, me not say the man no, listen up. Me not
No,
say the
no,
man
no.
deserve for
You
that, you
are
know.
come after me
But
with a knife.
but me
With a
understand.
knife.
Me understand. No, because you see for the Jamaica, nobody nobody not question, you know. If for the Jamaica you hear say yo, a man rush a police man, you know, care if a madman see it, man. We just want to hear say yo, man go rush the police with a knife, dog.
Yo, and
And
the worst thing, if the police had died,
it's
right, there'd be some black people that say, oh yeah, down with 12, man. F the police, nigga.
yo, like me feel like people over there now just like they want thought pattern just messed up and like they confused but they don't even know so they confused. They don't even know so they confused,
Yeah,
right?
and social media and all the pushing of various agendas. Remember, say, when people whose minds are easily swayed, like when it's swayed in a too much direction, yo, it causes
Mm-hmm.
confusion and it causes a state of enemy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right, a
Yo.
state of enemy are basically when them not really have no set norms and them thing. You see me?
Mm-hmm.
So you also like when time now them have that now, them become even more easily swayed.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, so now when time you hear everybody say, oh, defund police and them thing there. Them just attack out of them emotions because them get riled up by social media. Cause I remember saying, brother, people are make song I say, oh, them kill him, man. People are make poster say, oh, say his name, he was killed. I mean, I said, brother, come on from the timeline.
No.
Right, him dead. Yes, we understand. It's a travesty. It's quite a travesty, right?
You see, me always
But
find it,
them destroying black communities
understand? Me always
because
find
them
it
feel for
funny.
riot. That don't make sense.
Me always find it funny. You see, because like Jamaica is relatively just getting is new to the whole social media thing. Because I really only young people really I use it like that now. And we now growing a video everything, right? And like over or in the US now,
No, so
there's
me hate that though. Me hate the whole like
calling
culture of
everything.
people. I like everything them see and them like them video. Like
But me I say out here when you see the reason when I have another like uproar about certain things and because we not have video and we not complain about another things.
no, but the
With
thing is
that,
that
there's a
when
good and bad
Jamaican
to that.
people supposed to video them now video because
And that may I say there's a good and
they will
bad to
get knocked.
that. There's a good and bad to that because on one hand, maybe if we have video more stuff and that things wouldn't
Tough
happen
people that get catch.
and enough people that get catch. But then on the other hand now, if you have video everything
They get knocked.
you start not even just that you start to create uproar and anger in a people where they not even did know so they have uproar and anger in them.
Yeah
You
man,
get
I
that
true.
understand?
But I always wonder why in Jamaica them always video the police them.
I mean for the police. Maybe the police out here.
Yeah, like if a police go shoot a man, them video the police I carry the man in the jeep or if
Oh
police
yeah.
go back. But then I video bad man, you know.
That's alright, and that's why enough of the time I always take things like that with a grain of salt and I'm not too quick for give a judgment to say, oh he was wrong or oh he was right. May I say, oh, this happened, Jano, we could get more information from whatever, because you don't know, especially in this country where you know say yo, when a shot a bad man, when a shot a good man,
When a
when a
shot
shot
of corruption.
when a shot a corruption. So when you hear certain thing happen, you can't just jump up and say, boy, yo, lock up the police and kill a
Nothing
innocent
is as black and white as it seems,
it
especially in
never is.
countries like America and Jamaica.
It never is. And like as much as I don't want to say this, like black people in general, you see, because of a certain mindset are passed down to it through generation after generation from slavery,
Mm-hmm.
we have a dirty mindset, and not necessarily fruitful. No, no,
Partly it is, partly it is,
no.
partly it is.
Look, funny. You compare black people across the world. We have similar thought patterns. A lot of the thought patterns are things where hold we down. Are things that hold with, like, why you think Christianity is such a prevalent religion among black people? You think that
Because
because black people just love Jesus?
well, I could make an argument that there was presence of Christianity in like Ethiopia and the northern, the northwestern countries in Africa.
Mm.
They were actually like melanated Jews, right? Jewish
That,
people,
that's
right?
okay. You know. That's okay. Like, what?
Let me say something, let me say something.
Mm.
And yo, it's like since the Caucasian them like trademark Christianity. Cause I remember say them take it in and just broadcast it over the whole world and use it for control people mindset.
Mm.
Right? Like but you know if I realize like black people like intrinsically have this need to find like solace in a deity. Right?
Mm.
Black people go to every religion, every philosophy, this, that them have an intrinsic need because um Western blacks and the melanated people because when I share the history, I basically one set of people, some did over here before and them carry over some. But anyway, um we don't have a culture. We
Well,
don't.
as in, we as black people know,
Yeah.
as
We Western blacks
well, yeah,
have a culture because it was stripped from us at slavery. Everything we have now is either where we take pieces of other culture and make and call it food own or where the white man give it.
yeah. All right. We have Jamaican culture that has like little. So when our Jamaican culture, we
Of
have
course,
culture
but
here.
as me say, it was created from basically
Yeah,
where
yeah,
we take food own and where them give it.
yeah. That we have Jamaica. So may I say we have something unique to us, right? We have
You
Jamaican
could have
culture
called it that.
that has influences from European origin and African origin, right? And we can come now, we carry that.
Well, even more than that because it have
Well, no,
Irish origins and all
yeah,
these
you
things.
have a lot, and
Chinese.
we can extend it from Jamaican to the Caribbean. So
Yeah.
Jamaican culture, we have Caribbean culture, but black people in general in the Western world don't really have a culture where they can say this is black culture. There is no, I don't, we hear people mention something like black culture already. I don't think there's a thing such as black culture. People in the Caribbean and people in the United States have black people from the Caribbean, United States, or wherever in the Western world. We are very different. We don't have any sort of cultural difference, similarities, just because of.
Well, I don't know if I realize that like if I realize them thought process and them thought patterns like the Western blacks in general, them do have similarities. But because I with them there and the type of people who did like rule over them and the type of like indentured laborers that settle with them,
Mhm.
like some of them culture and them thing they might differ. I know say with other people culture, ways of thinking coming. For example, like I think kind of Trinidad, them have like Hajj.
And even so,
Yo, I think it's like all right, them have Diwali, right?
I don't know what you say, but alright.
So in some Caribbean countries, them have like Muslim festivals like Diwali and Hajj, right? Festival
Oh,
of lights, right? Even Carnival,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
Yo, I think like some people call Carnival Bacchanal. Yo, I think.
I see. I don't know. I think I see him thing.
Yo, I think are the same thing.
I don't know.
And the word Bacchanal comes from the word Bacchus,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is actually I think is a deity that goes back to like ancient Greece, Mesopotamia, way
Mm-hmm.
back over this, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are basically like the god of revelry and debauchery and drinking and sex and everything. Anyone said the Caucasian always go over the world and basically teach people culture.
Mm-hmm.
So like when them carry that over here, so based on what them carry, based on what them used to have and carry over here, so at different points, different Caribbean countries and different Western countries have different cultures, and that's why you would say like the Caribbean blacks and the American blacks them are different. But if I meds it, them kind of have similar thought patterns. Them easy to manipulate. Them kind of a tad bit more aggressive.
Black people. I think black people in general have a bit of aggression in them. But
Yeah,
as we said,
some people would have
these are
said it's from slavery.
more than so. I think so.
But the thing is that even before slavery, like black people were militant, right?
Mm-hmm. Make argument.
And all right, some people always attack about like black people before them come like the Western world. Them used to be like savages and a tent and a eat this and that. No, them would have like societies with like trade and commerce
Mm-hmm.
and all these things, water systems and rated as
Mm-hmm.
much as the Europeans have. Even ancient Greeks used to go to Egypt for learn philosophies like Plato and the rest of them man they will love trouble look at people in Pitney.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So like people often make a common misconception because most people information nowadays come from social media.
But is it? Look, we touch on even just media in general. It's just something I'm gonna say. We don't watch like TV, movies, or listen music. A lot the world's knowledge, a lot of the knowledge and what we see right now is like they make it seem like oh it was from the white man, it was from European origin. Cause just like oh we are talking about philosophy and every time we talk about great philosophers, it's always Aristotle, it's
Yeah,
always
me
Plato.
tell you every time I talk about great philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, Plato, Aristotle, this, that.
Always the same people. Always the white, straight hair man.
So if I know white are the Asian one them, the
And,
Oriental one like
and
Buddha.
yeah, and listen, don't get me wrong, you know. These are great philosophers them still, right? These men are great philosophers, in my opinion, great philosophers still.
Yeah, me
However,
read them all right.
but
Food for
listen,
thought.
we know as black people in the Western Hemisphere and we as Caribbean people, how many African philosophers do we know? How many Caribbean philosophers do we know? How many Black American philosophers do we know?
So you
We
don't know
don't
me
know,
tell you.
we know any. Oh, me never did know say distinguish yourself as a philosopher. I'm so, sorry, sorry, Mr. Rose. Me never did know that. But you get what me I say.
We get that.
Right? You get like the only few we only had a few where we can say, yo, these black people really are passed on knowledge to we, where we can really look up to. And you know, people like Martin Luther King, Marcus
But you know if
Garvey.
you realize that being like a philosopher or being smart and them thing that like how you would have like Friedrich Nietzsche and them man in Europe and Carl Jung where did like monstrously intelligent. You're like in the black community, that not popular. No, go get a mic and go rap or DJ or don't go dribble ball, double step
No,
over,
as
fade
you talk,
away.
as you talk about go pick up mic, and then people, the people look up to know for the knowledge. They look
Yeah,
up
that's
to
how I tell you.
the rappers.
The black community are the only like demographic or race or ethnicity, whatever they want to call it, are the only demographic of people who entertain us, right? Entertainers who
How, how,
90% of the time don't know anything. Them are the leaders are black people.
yo, Washa, me like cartel music as much as the next person, right? But remember back in that 2010 and then time, yo, the man was a trendsetter. Anything the man do, anything the man say, we
Because
know that
people
the stuff.
impressionable and their mind easily swayed, especially black people.
Yo, I know, like, I'm to be honest, like, as we say, me appreciate the music as much as the next person, but
Yeah, but I
I
just for entertainment.
I can never see you how you as a person are gonna look on Carter and say, yo, that is my role model. I want to be like this man. Somebody where you used to. I mean, look, that's just me person. Like me, couldn't do it. But you know, as we say, we appreciate the music just as the next person. But me
Yo,
could have
it's
never
our
look.
entertainment and it have its space, but people
Mm,
don't understand that these people are entertainers and them feed off of what people think, right? So as
mm,
long as people want the foolishness, them are gonna provide the foolishness. All right, let me show you something. Um, Agent Sasko, assassin, the artist,
mm,
right?
mm,
That man a drop album pantapa, album pantapa, album. That man makes song pantapa song, good song,
mm,
positive song.
mm.
But when time people are saying, oh, the greatest artists are the greatest this. Yeah. Me never hear him name mention. This man even have one song with Kendrick Lamar, right? Which one of my favorite song that we name The Black of the Berry.
Mm,
Right, in which him there on the chorus, right? And it
mm,
complemented and you see the contrast between the Jamaican patois and the American black accent and and
mm.
when you hear nobody, I say like, oh, this man um transcend the stereotype of being just a Jamaican artist and was on a classic album by possibly the greatest rapper of this modern age, Kendrick Lamar. You know, hear them saying it like that, you know.
No, so you never did talk about how much show me penis when I get on church and sing. You know, how you finna sing that I expect you to get
Oh, if you
numbers?
not sing that, I expect to
Yeah,
get views,
idiot.
bro.
Yeah, idiot.
Fool. Yeah, tell her.
Change it for you, do man.
Yeah, man. Go and sing about eat people, dead grandmother and them thing there.
You heard the song too?
What? I sang nobody.
Yo,
Yeah, tell her. Me listen to the song and me I say, this man him bored. Him
yo,
bored.
almost 30 man. Man, see it up here. Yo, man. Anyway, so you see, as it relates to like black people in the US, that's why the Democratic Party can even use social media and the media to influence in so much and forget them votes election after election
Get
after
them to
election.
hear Trump.
Forget them. Look, if you hate Trump, I think that's justified. If you support Trump,
Me
I
not
think
think
that's
so. Me not think
justified.
that it's justified.
I know, no, I think love or hate him. I think it's justified. I think
Because
he's
the reason why them
politically
hate Trump and the reason why them hate all politicians is just that Trump in your face with anything where I do. The rest of them are gonna lie and use them political big words and go on you.
oh, Trump says some shit sometimes. Man, like how with the pandemic already
Yeah,
the
that
script.
when the looting start, shooting start,
No, no, like you man chat a lot of shit. Not
but
necessarily that, but
these things
apart
are
from
where
that,
most of the politicians them are say it's just that them not gonna say it in a public are just because um Trump understands social media and clicks and him understands so if he get
yeah,
people attention, him just
yeah,
can draw them attention to something else when time in done retain them attention from that.
he understand that. I think he understand that too, because he
That's why I'm
know.
always post some status and say, yo, people don't understand like the ingenuity of Donald Trump, you know, because him get your outrage and then after him carry you in and say, all right, this This and this me I gotta do. But people don't
Imagine.
realize that them only I see when the looting start, the shooting start. Hey, Corona was in my body and they checked it and they said they didn't see DNA, they saw
So,
USA.
let's say, yo,
Let me say that. Me have to say this man must be the greatest man ever.
man, things like that make it,
Manipulative, me I tell you.
things like that. No, enables him to have like a cult like following. You know, people love him like a sliced bread.
Yo, I just like alright, remember say this man was a reality TV star and brother. He knew how to captivate the people their mind and sway them brother and he know what certain groups of people want here. Yo, and even right now,
And you know, some
um
people don't want to hear.
Trump, right? Trump do something. Well like most of the Republican presidents in the past could have done, which is get the black male vote. Right? Enough black men vote for Trump. So you see all Ice Cube come out and say, oh, black people now get nothing from the Democratic Party for much years now, so better them try Trump.
Mm. But you see, people come out and them about like demonize him for his
Most of
opinion.
black women, I know the Me Too and the Black Lives Matter woman them.
You go on Instagram, yeah, read some shade room comments and
Here
man,
the
them
worst thing for go
toxic.
on. Worst.
The toxic. You see, woman was like black men are the weakest link and something. I say, yo, Jano, I'm dealing with them
Hey,
rough over there.
no, but the thing is that in America, in the
rough
black
over there.
community, there's a disconnect between male and female. And the thing is that these females now realize most of the anger with them have, right, directed towards black men is programmed into them from slavery.
Yeah, well, explain that one then.
Yeah, because, all right, one of the tactics of the slave man, I don't know if I read like the Willie Lynch letters, because Willie Lynch, I think he was from the Caribbean or even from Jamaica, and he was so good at like keeping slaves in check. He was like the slave master them in America carry him up there and ask him why methods, right? So them used to all take the biggest, strongest black man, right, and just anally sodomize him
Mm.
in front of everybody, right? For cement them power. You know, so in any society, and normally man protect and build and the woman them assist. Naturally in every society. Right? So when time now the black woman them I see that now for hundreds of years, right? Them black men can't protect them and not protect them. Right? Because they physically can't even during slavery. They're more likely to kill a black man than a black woman. Right? So when them see that now, it's like, and I don't know if you know, so like certain feelings and certain predisposed ways to react to a certain like occurrence can be can be transmitted through DNA. Them call it epigenetics. The study of epigenetics are basically how, alright, like say for example, if my father used to react to like loud noises in a frightful way, right? Any loud noise, him just get frightened, right? That could be transferred to me, and them tried upon rats, and ironically, them tried upon humans, right? Yeah, and it's just that the black community in general, them broke the whole Western black community, and that's why you see all of them women here. Yo, in America, 3 out of 4 black women, dead lonely, right? No man, no loving, all out on lesbian, dead lonely. Right? Oh, and the thing is that, all right, let's say that an apocalypse, as they would call it, broke out and society breakdown, and it turned like the Walking Dead where everybody for themselves. Right? You think that women are gonna survive over men?
I mean, I think you can ask that question for anybody, if anybody would survive.
Really? No, people would not go dead. Like, enough people. But may I ask you, right? if there was a
Mm.
breakdown in society, and you know how man still. Remember, say them always paint men as a natural aggressor and abuser and rate it. That I feel them narrative. You think so? Like women are gonna survive over men. Science has constantly showed us that men and women need each other, but it's like in the black community, them always I say, I realize now a black woman are the only woman, right?
Mhm.
Um, since the white woman them use feminism as like a tactic for basically get them on them side, right? Black women, as some of the old women say, "Oh, I don't need a man," right?
Independent.
Gonna tell science that, right? The Christian one them was so. Gonna tell God that. Gonna tell Allah that. Strike it on.
What do we need each other for?
Exactly,
Um,
exactly. Because it takes two, bro. It takes two, bro.
so we're gone 1 hour, so I think it's a good time for just
Jaja,
wrap it up. Yeah, one
all them thing there.
so any
Nice discourse.
and a good one, man, good one. Any last comments, any last words?
Last comment, I would say that limited social media use. Have mind of
Yeah,
your own, basically.
yeah,
Do things outside of social media that basically brings value and joy to your life, because people get depressed when them go up on social media. And as I say, everybody's like fake life with them portrayed on social media better than theirs, because everybody on social media like that's why you know like this are the first time I go post like videos of myself on anywhere on internet.
true, true.
Right?
You know, wait,
But on social media, one of them are like, one of
you
them.
know, just a last point. You know, as we talk about like you have some people like this, especially on Instagram. You know, it's all about looks and it's all about
Yeah.
this and that, and a lot of people then portray this lifestyle. Some of them they use some sort of photo editor to make themselves look different, or them.
Yes, as a almost master level user of Photoshop,
Mm,
and Adobe Illustrator, and also the video editing and graphic design and everything there. Me can
mm,
tell you that none of these people look so in a real life. Like none of these role models where them have like all the artists them and them people them no look so lighting, positioning, right?
mm,
And Photoshop can make
mm.
you look 1 million times better.
Those wonders,
Them
but
no look so for real. Man, they all edit and abs, edit out the wrinkles out of them face and all them something there.
make them look superhuman.
And that create like such a feeling of depression when time look back, because even me have belly, isn't me have belly,
Mm,
right? And like me exercise, but because my high in like endomorphy and them thing, they like me have to go do more cardio to get at a lower state of body fat.
mm-hmm.
That was so now when time we go on all the fitness page them for Instagram that I see all them money with all them 10 pack, 6 pack, 8 pack. Me I said, ja. But then after in at the back of my mind, because I'm naturally analytic,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very self-aware. Me say, like most of them are not take steroids or them just have a genetic advantage. And enough of them I use Photoshop. And life is a process. So me not to run down nothing.
I think especially for like females when they go up on there and they say um
Goals.
something what they probably see as an ideal body type, you know, that affect them self-esteem and
Not realizing that there was no such thing as an ideal body type. I just some people who want to sell one product say, all
mm-hmm.
right, man with a V taper with an upper body shape, so and they have abs and big chest and have square jawline. Oh, that is the ideal body type. All right, right.
And they use that for selling their products.
Yeah, the thing is
That's
that
the idea that they want to do.
just have individuality. Read books by credible sources, and not just go on Instagram and see some video about this, that, and conspiracies and this, that irritating. I actually look on these people. I'm not gonna say for watch like CNN and them thing there, because you know it's a Caucasian news network, right? Nor BBC, right? But read articles for yourself and analyze things, right? And if you have to take like information off of YouTube, look on these people, like check out them background, check out all these things. But the thing is that people not willing to do this because in a time of instant gratification, everybody want everything now, and everybody want to be everything now.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I said, people just need knowledge of self, because people, you can't find yourself. That's what I'm here to people say, find yourself. You can't find yourself based by experiences and the direction where you want to go.
And then you create whatever
You
self you.
create yourself. Because I wasn't always like this. Me that idiot like the rest of them too. Yeah.
You
Me
know,
that
man,
idiot. Fool.
upon the rest of people.
Me that big idiot. Big idiot, me I tell you.
Well, yeah, you have to just, find things where you like to enjoy. Don't just sit down
Yeah.
stare into your phone all day or whatever. Have
Yeah,
things
because
where.
remember I said everybody have the capacity for smart like Einstein and them thing, Not
Mm,
necessarily in a Einstein feeling, but in a your
yeah,
field
you're.
we find interesting. Right?
Yeah.
How everybody can have sense. And people choose to be like ignorant.
Yeah, and you see, one of the things is that we like people still comfort to it. Like they still say, "Oh, it's okay to be comfortable with where you are now," and
Comfort are the worst thing in existence.
yeah, like you don't really see a lot of times you don't really see people that come out and say, "If you always a strive to be better than where you are now," even
Yeah, the
if
best you and not the best somebody else you see on social media will look nice.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But how many way, as I say, I'll stop it there. 1 hour odd minutes we gone for now. Not like it too long.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
so yeah, good, great discussion.
Yeah,
And
man. Make sure to follow me on all of the social medias we see below and like,
or
comment,
don't,
and subscribe.
or take a break and go take a walk.
Yeah,
That
man. Take a break and take a walk after you watch this, please. I beg
wow.
you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great discussion, man.
Talk to some people, talk to some family members. Tell some people who you love, say you love them and them thing that.
That's it.
That's if you love nobody.
Alright, anyway, great discussion, and hopefully we can have this discussion again in more detail and something in near future.
Yeah, and by the trajectory, how the schools that I'm back, hopefully might reach back on the campus.
Hopefully,
Hopefully.
can't take this. Yeah,
Not
like.
to jinx it.